Good morning YouTubians, it's Comet's Ghost, you can call me Alan. I am outside Brighton Palace Pier. It's a bank holiday Monday, also Blu-ray release day. Gonna head up to HMV after I've popped onto the pier as soon as it opens. There's not a great deal out today, maybe 6 films, none of which I'm actually after, but I will film in there in case you're interested in them. I did pick up some films when I was in Bournemouth a few days ago, so I'll show you those at the end. Go and get myself a nice hot McLatte.
Do you know the line?
And then I'll show you what I picked up. I'll see you all in a bit. Okay, so this is Brighton's Palace Pier, which opened on the 20th of May 1899. That is 121 years ago. Coming up to 122. It's the third pier to be constructed in Brighton after the Royal Suspension Chain Pier and the West Pier, which I showed in an earlier video. It's the only one now still in operation and is managed and operated by the Eclectic Bar Group. The pier itself is 1,722 feet or 525 metres long and contains 85 miles, that is 137 kilometres, of planking. Because of the pier's length, repainting takes 3 months of every year, and at night it's illuminated by 67,000 light bulbs. The pier was designed and constructed by R. St. George Moore, and the inauguration ceremony for laying the first pile was held on the 7th of November 1891, overseen by Mayor Samuel Henry Soper. The pier was an immediate success and quickly became one of the most popular landmarks in Brighton. By 1911, the reading room had been converted into a theatre. Both Stan Laurel and Charlie Chaplin performed at the pier to hone their comic skills early in their career, before migrating to the US and finding major commercial success in Hollywood. During World War II, the pier was closed as a security precaution. A section of the decking was removed in order to prevent access from enemy landing. The pier regained its popularity after the war and continued to run regular summer shows, including that of Dick Emery and Tommy Trinder. The pier became a Grade 2 listed building on the 20th of August 1971, and during a storm in 1973, a 70-long-ton barge moored at the pier's landing stage broke loose and began to damage the pier's head, particularly the theatre. Now, despite fears that the pier would be destroyed, the storm eased and the barge was removed. The landing pier was demolished in 1975, and the damaged theatre was never used again, despite protests from the theatre's trust. The pier was sold to the Noble organisation in 1984. The theatre was removed 2 years later, on the understanding that it would be replaced. However, the doomed amusement arcade was put in place instead. Consequently, the seaward end of the pier was filled with fairground rides, including thrill rides, children's rides, and roller coasters. Entertainment continued to be popular at the pier. The Spice Girls made an early live performance there in 1996 and returned the following year after achieving commercial success. And on the 13th of August 1994, a bomb planted by the IRA near the pier was defused by a controlled explosion. A similar bomb by the same perpetrators had exploded in Bognor Regis on the same day. The bombing was intended to mark the 25th anniversary of the start of the Troubles. The pier was closed for several days owing to police investigations. Palace Pier caught fire on the 4th of February 2003, but damage was limited and most of the pier was able to reopen the next day. Police did suspect arson. In 2004, the Brighton Marina Palace Pier Company, owned by Noble Organisation, admitted an offence of breaching public safety under the Health and Safety Work Act and had to pay fines and cost of £37,000 after a fairground ride was opened with part of its track missing. In 2011, the Noble organisation put the pier up for sale with an expected price of £30 million. It was rumoured that the council wanted to buy back the pier, but this was quickly ruled out. It was then taken off the market the following year due to lack of interest. In 2016, it was sold to the Eclectic Bar Group, headed by former Pizza Express owner Luke Johnson, who renamed the pier back to Brighton Palace Pier in July. The Pier has featured regularly in British popular culture. It was shown prominently in the 1971 film Carry On at Your Convenience, and it is shown to represent Brighton in several films and television features, including Mirror Mirror, The Persuaders, the Doctor Who serial The Leisure Hive in 1980, a 1986 film The Mona Lisa, and a 2007 film Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. And probably most famously, Brighton Rock and Quadrophenia. There's also reference to the Pier in the 1953 B-movie Girl on the Pier. In August 2015, Visit England released figures showing that Brighton Palace Pier was the 5th most visited free attraction in the UK, having had 4.5 million visitors the previous year. Well, that is quite enough of history for one day, and thank you, lucky stars, I cut out about a half an hour or more's footage. So, voice is now dry, I'm off for a nice coffee. So this is the 2021 version of Wrong Turn, released from Signature Entertainment. It stars Charlotte Vega, Adrian Bradley, Bill Sage, Emma Dumont and Dylan McTee. You can get it on DVD for $7.99. Over in the 88 film section, we have two releases, and the first one is Snake in the Eagle's Shadow. This is from 1978. 98 minutes long and starring Jackie Chan. Now, it's about a young orphan who is bullied by schoolmates, befriends an old beggar, and is rewarded by being taught a new form of martial arts. And they've given you a choice of two spine colours. You can have yellow or white. And the second release through 88 films is Legionnaire from 1998. 99 minutes this one, and stars Jean-Claude Van Damme as well as Steve Burkhoff. It's about a 1920s boxer who wins a fight after having been hired by a gangster to lose it. Then he flees to join the French Foreign Legion. Next, we're in the Arrow section, and it's a Ghost Waits this time from 2020. It's about a man whose job requires him to clean a house, turns out to be haunted, and he falls in love with the ghost. Next, we're in the horror section, and we have a 101 Films release called Uncle Peckerhead. This one is rated 18 and is 97 minutes long. And it's about a punk band on their first tour, and they're joined by a man-eaten demon as one of their roadies. Hey everybody, welcome back. There are quite a few to get through, so let's just crack on with it. So the first thing to show you is a subscriber mail. I've got my knife, so I'm going to open this up and see what's inside. So I've got it out the wrapper, not seen it yet. There is a note, so I'm going to read that first. Hey Alan, just a little something to, I don't know what it says, to start your DC animation collection. DC animation, cool, okay. Not dabbled in that field yet. It's a really good start for one, and I hope you enjoy it. A brilliant twist on an origin story. I do like origin stories. Thanks for your channel, you're welcome, and the support on mine, even more welcome. It's always appreciated, as is your support. Hope you're all good. Take care, Karis. That is aka Kaz99000. Well, thank you for your support, and even more thanks for sending me something. You didn't really have to send me anything, but it really is appreciated. Let's see what Karis has sent me. Oh, now I've seen a lot of people picking this up, and this is like an alternate reality, I think, if Superman landed in Russia, I believe, and he's like a bad Superman, so that is brilliant. I can't wait to check that out. Never seen a DC animated film or TV show, so that is really cool. Thank you so much, Karis. I'm going to check this one out pretty soon. I don't know who does the voices. Jason Isaac, from what's the name fame, Harry Potter fame. Brilliant. I'm really looking forward to seeing this. Thank you so much. That's got me started now. I'm going to have to go and get some more DC animated shows and films. Brilliant. Thank you so much. The next film is The 800. Now this is a Chinese historical war movie, and it's the second highest grossing film of 2020, taking in $450 million. And it tells a story of 452 young soldiers charged with defending a warehouse against an advancing enemy of 20,000 troops. And that decision was made to try and boost the morale of the Chinese people. Now, it's got a runtime of 147 minutes, so not a short film by any means, and its main language is Mandarin. Let's take a look inside. So it comes in one of these Criterion type cases where the picture goes right to the top, and inside you get artwork on the disc, and it looks like you get alternate artwork. So I pull that one out, and it is kind of, this image is reversed onto that side, and that image is reversed onto that side. And there it is. So that was The 800. The next one is The Terror. This is an American psychological horror stroke thriller. It's a TV series, and I believe season 2 has nothing to do with this story. This one charts the account of fictional Captain John Franklin, played by Kieran Hines, as he and his crew travel by ship up to the Arctic in 1845. Their ship gets trapped in the ice and it becomes a fight for survival. This also stars the brilliant Gerard Harris as Captain Francis Cozier. It's got a runtime of 453 minutes held over on 2 discs, and I highly recommend it. Let's take a look inside. Yeah, so there's 2 discs. This one is episodes 1 to 6 and that one is 7 to 10. Give this one a go, you won't be disappointed. So that was The Terror. The next film is Adaptation. This was a lovely gift from my friend Mr. Jamie Powell. Now this film is from 2002. It's a comedy drama starring the brilliant Nicolas Cage. He plays 2 characters in this. He plays brothers Charlie and Donald Kaufman. You've also got Meryl Streep, Chris Cooper, Brian Cox, the actor not the scientist, Tilda Swinton, Maggie Gyllenhaal and Doug Jones. So a great cast to say the least. Now it's a story of Charlie, who is a writer, and he has writer's block, and he's also battling a deadline, and on top of that his annoying brother Donald has come to stay with him, who it seems is a more successful writer than he is. There's infidelity, mistaken identity and murder, all within the 115-minute runtime. Let's take a look inside. So inside this Australian release we have artwork on the disc. So that was Adaptation from 2002. The next one is another film from Jamie Powell, and this time it's Guarding Test, and this one also stars Nicolas Cage. This is from 1994 and I absolutely love this movie. It's a story of Special Agent Doug Chesnick, played by Nicolas Cage, a Secret Service agent who was given the unwanted assignment of looking after an ex-president's widow, played by Shirley MacLaine. And to add insult to injury, she won't let him transfer to a different assignment or leave at all really. She keeps him there, kind of tormenting him. All the actors in this are engaging and enjoyable to watch. It's got a runtime of 108 minutes and was directed by Hugh Wilson. It's an absolute gem of a movie. Let's take a look inside. So inside this Australian release, you have artwork on the disc as well. So that was 1994's Guarding Tess. The next 3 titles are unofficial releases and they are purchased through a fellow YouTuber called Gary. His channel name is Blu-ray Collector, and the first one is On the Rocks. Now I recently reviewed Lost in Translation, a brilliant movie, go and check it out, and I'm told that this one is quite similar in style. It does have the same director, Sofia Coppola, and it also stars the brilliant Bill Murray, who's also in Lost in Translation. It's about a father and daughter played by Bill Murray and Rashida Jones. Now Rashida's character's Laura, and she believes that her husband is having an affair. He's played by Marlon Wayans. It's got a runtime of 96 minutes, and I for one am really looking forward to this. Let's take a look inside. So you get artwork on the disc. They took the trouble of putting inner artwork as well. So that was On the Rocks. Next up is Black Beauty from 2020. It's a drama written and directed by Ashley Davis and based on the 1877 novel of the same name by Anna Sewell, and it stars Mackenzie Foy, a young actress who's been in a lot of things from Interstellar to Hawaii Five-0 to the Twilight films. It's also got Kate Winslet, brilliant actress. Now everybody probably knows the story as the book sold over 50 million copies. Anna Sewell wrote this book just 5 months before she passed away, aged just 58, from tuberculosis and hepatitis. Her father actually worked in a town where I live, in Brighton, but I'm getting off topic now. Black Beauty's got a runtime of 110 minutes. I'm pretty sure you can still watch this on Disney Plus. Let's take a look inside. So as with On the Rocks, you get artwork on the disc, and inner artwork. And I've got to say, these covers are really good quality. They're putting out these unofficial releases better than some of the studios do. So that was Disney's Black Beauty, and I have to point out, if the official releases do come out, I will swap them over. And the last one is Love and Monsters, a 2020 monster adventure road movie starring Dylan O'Brien, who's been in some brilliant films so far. It's a story of an asteroid that's heading towards Earth but is successfully destroyed by the military. However, the fallout causes insects and other cold-blooded animals to grow huge and replace us on the food chain. Dylan's character Joel gets separated from his girlfriend during the start of the insect takeover, but he manages to locate her camp using a CB radio and sets out on this perilous journey to be with her. Also stars Michael Rooker, but he is criminally underused in this film. It's got a runtime of 109 minutes and it's a lot of fun and creepy at times as well. So a big thank you to Gary for sourcing those last 3 films for me. Inside you also get artwork on the disc and you get some lovely artwork on the inside. So that was 2020's Love and Monsters. Now I know this has a 4K release, but I believe the Blu-ray that is included is region locked. If you know any different, if you know of a release, let me know down below. So that was it. Have you seen any of those films, or do you have something to say? Leave a comment down below and I will get back to you, I promise. Give the video a thumbs up, it really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't, it's all free. Why wouldn't you? And on that note, all that's left to say is thank you for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.